Hello, it's Danielle Rose here and welcome to another video. Today what we're going to be doing is a walkthrough of this Fortnite Creative map. It's called The Room and it's by Rynex. So let's get started. So this is a really fantastic puzzle map. I highly recommend this one. Really challenging but doable, which I think finds that really nice balance. Really do recommend it. Rynex has done a great job on this one. 1 to 3 players, easily enough done by yourself though, and it does recommend using a pencil and paper, which I started off not doing, and actually you would probably need one if you're doing it without a walkthrough. So let's get going anyway. Okay, so we're going to spawn in this room inside this cage, which is just going to break down in a moment. There we go. And you're greeted with this sign. You're finally awake. You might be wondering why you're here. That doesn't matter. 45 minutes, you only have 5 lives. So you do have 45 minutes to complete this. Sorry if you can hear the dogs barking outside. I live right next to a park, so I do apologise for that. So yes, you have to complete this in 45 minutes and within 5 lives. Trying to do this map, I'll admit I did run out of time once, and I did also run out of lives a couple of times as well. You have to start right from the beginning if you lose all 5 lives. So yeah, that's that. So we're going to start off, we're going to pick up this flashlight pistol, which is great to kind of look around and see some extra stuff. I don't actually think you necessarily need it really, but yeah, regardless, we have it. So we also have 2 doors. Over here is door number 3, which is currently barricaded up, and over here we have our first door, which is blocked off by lasers. I must be careful. There's a bed on the other side. Is that a reference to something else in the room? So this bed just here, if you go over to the pillow, you can see you can deactivate, or rather disable, the lasers, and we've got access. You don't need to do anything in this first room here, but we need to go through here and obviously avoid these lasers to avoid losing a life. Now, I haven't done this without losing a life very many times, so fingers crossed here. Ooh, yeah. I landed on that one quite a few times, so you want to be careful of that. Okay, we're going to activate this power core at the end, which is labeled number 3. And as I'm sure you can imagine, that's just broke the barriers on door number 3. Great. Again, you can, if you lose a life, you respawn. I can't remember the way out. Yeah, you respawn in the main room. So if you do lose a life here, it's no biggie. You actually just respawn out. But obviously you want to try and save your lives so we can get back out without losing one. Okay, so room number 3 is now open. We're going to come straight through here and into this lovely, cozy, warm living room with a burning fire in what seems to be a rather derelict house. Curiouser and curiouser. You have a hint over here. I actually didn't realise this the first time I played it. There was a couple of things that you don't necessarily need that I definitely bypassed when I first played, but books hide a lot of secrets is your code over here, which is alluding to this secret button in the bookshelf here. I think I kind of spotted this first time anyway because of the light behind it, regardless. So it kind of stands out anyway. When you're going to push that button, it's going to open this secret disco room. Because, of course, who doesn't have a secret disco room out the back of their cozy cottage living room? I did think at first, actually, like in Battle Royale games, that you had to just dance on the dance floor, but that is not the case. We have a computer with no power, and we have a power core over here to activate. Turn power on. And then you want to be turning the computer on up here. So this is going to show you a secret code, which is when you're going to first need your pen and paper. So you're going to write down that code and you want to come over to the wall here to decode it. Now, if you don't want to know the code and you want to decode it yourself, a spoiler coming up, it reads as, there is a secret button on the radio. Now, I have tested this. The secret button isn't active until you've activated the power in this room, so you can't come straight to the radio, and you do still have to activate the computer. What that has done has taken the speakers down here and revealed this grenade to you. Use wisely, as you only have one, so you don't want to waste it. So what we're going to do is come back out into the main room. where a chute has opened up that we can throw it into. So this chute wasn't here before, and it is now for throwables only, rather appropriately for this grenade. Which is going to cause this room to open up in the floor. What? We don't need to go down there just now, because what we want to do first is open up another secret room in here. And you do this by coming over to this panel here. This button's a nice little self-promotion. Of course, Rynex made this map, so again, do check them out. It's a fantastic map. And here's another button that says open a secret entrance. This one actually took me quite a while to find, because I looked at that button a couple of times and didn't actually get the message to come up. So, but eventually we got there. So this is going to open up this room here where we need to enter a combination code at the back. Now this is another point. You might need a pen and paper, probably not. But we've got a code over here. Now, actually, this is another thing that you don't need, but it's nice to show it because obviously this has taken some time, and all of these nice little things are in here for a reason. So over in this corner here, patient 274 always repeated one word while sleeping, mirror. Now, I think that's alluding to this mirror over here, which is kind of pointing into the bin. So that's going to direct you towards these. But they are quite bright, so you kind of can just spot them anyway. So, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to have green, blue, yellow, red. And that's going to be the code that you want to enter in here. Green, blue, yellow, and red. And access is granted. Now, I should have said this before we started getting the shots because they're so loud. But if you don't hear those clicks, when I press the button and there were some clicks, if you don't hear those, don't panic. Still just enter the code as normal, because I did play a couple of times where the clicks didn't sound, but the code does still work. So anyway, as you can hear, we have got some sentries now somewhere. So we need to get our pistol at the ready, and we're going to drop down into here. Thankfully, we do have some extra ammo here. Don't forget to pick that up. You've only got 16 at the moment. And this is going to give you an additional 200. So we've got a mini llama here. And a mini llama here. Okay. So our first sentry is in this room just here. In fact, there's two, which I completely just forgot for a second. So that was close. Oh, no. I'm not great at getting these guys. Okay. These two are nice easy ones. Actually, they've got low health, and I still couldn't get them. So that's going to tell you how this is going to pan out. Now we're in this room here, and the code that we entered upstairs, open this door here, which was locked before. We've been here for 3 days now. We hear footsteps above us sometimes. We don't know what's happening. That doesn't mean anything yet. And as we enter this room here, we do have another sentry to take care of just here. Helps to actually press the right button. Okay. The generator powering this door is missing 4 fuses. I must find them. So that's this door here. And we need to locate the 4 fuses in order to activate the door. So as we pop through here, we can see who the we were in that note before. Patients in all of these rooms. This doesn't really mean a lot at the moment, and also do know we've got a pad here that currently doesn't have a sentry on it, but we want to use these boxes and sneak through this window just here. Okay, so we're going to pick up this first fuse on the bed here, and in order to get through the gap at the back, there is actually a button on this television. We interact with the TV and open up the door. We do have another sentry in this room here, which is quite easy to miss at first. You might just wander straight through, but he's just by the balloons there. So we're going to just take care of him with a couple of cheeky headshots. And we have got another fuse right here. However, you can pick this up now, but I'm going to leave it here, and I will explain why a little bit later on. Rynex will probably hate me for saying that. It's not right. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there just for now. As we come through to this back room here, we have a transmitter, which we're going to activate at the back. If we can. There we go. And that's going to give us another secret button to open this door over here. Now, I believe this, I am not sure about this. I believe this is relating to this map here. I think the green is the secret button, the red is the door, and the blue is that room that we just used to activate it. I think. But this one was a hard one for me to find. I really struggled with this one. But anyway, as you can see, it's really well hidden. But we're going to unlock the door. And we can see some more lasers. In order to deactivate these ones, we've got a little button at the back, disable lasers. So we're just going to shoot that from a distance. Again, we've got another pad here, which could potentially have a sensor on it in the future. I completely just walked straight into that one. Apologies. So, actually, as you can see now, we do get spawned right back into the main room when we lose a life, but all the progress that we've made is still there. Okay, so that's what happens when you do lose a life. Am I going the right way now? Oh, yeah, so we want to go through here. So, as you can see, obviously, we don't need to take care of the sentries anymore, because we already have. Okay. So, as you can see, we do have another one here as we come through into this room. We're going to pop up the stairs very quickly and just pick up fuse number 2 or 3, depending on how you're doing this. That's all that's in there. And then we're going to pop through here. And we've got 2 more to take care of just here. Knew that was going to happen. Okay, we are back. 2 lives down. I hope I can get this guy without him getting me first. There we go. Okay, so now we're taking care of those 2. We're going to come through and pick up these remote explosives just here. I'm going to use those to break down this wall, rather. Nope, wrong button. There we go. And come in and pick up fuse number 3 or 4, again, depending on how you're doing it in this back room here. Okay. So the reason we've done that, how we've done that now, is because if you remember, I mentioned the kind of sentry pads that were not utilized by now. This one here and this one over here. When you collect the 4th fuse, it will actually cause them to spawn, and so you will actually have to fight them on your way out as well. So this is why I said I'm sure Rynex is not going to be happy with me saying leaving the other fuse until last, because basically that means you actually don't have to fight 2 of the sentries. Because if we come back into this room here, we are kind of out of view of this guy that's going to spawn here. We can pick up fuse number 4. And there you go. What that's done is taken down the wall in here, which was here before. And, as I said, has caused those sentries to spawn. So we're going to take care of this guy here. Okay. There is one behind this wall, which is one of the ones on the other side. But we don't need to worry about him as we head back through to the room here. So picking up all 4 fuses has, of course, caused the generator to power and opened this final door. Patient 386, wake up now. That was all a dream. That's the reason you're here. There's no reason to be scared. We are here to help you. So that's the end of the map. So it is really easily doable in kind of 10-15 minutes. I mean, obviously with explaining, we took a while and also lost a couple of lives. But if you're doing it from scratch, it can well take you the full 45 minutes. Again, I think this is a really brilliantly made map. Really fantastic job. So well done on that one. And part 2 is apparently on its way. So that's also great news. And that's the end. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. I'm going to try and do some more of these walkthroughs in the future. So do let me know if you liked it. And of course, hit the subscribe on the YouTube channel if you're not already. That'd be great. And thanks very much. I'll see you in the next video.